checked your Instagram?
Why? What's up?
Just check your recent photos. It's bad.
What? Oh, okay.
They are the most owned gadgets in the world, and every day they are increasing in number and getting cheaper. Your smartphone, your tablet, your computer. They have made communication more easier and fast. The technology has now become a big part of our daily lives, completely transforming it. The most famous development of technology is the internet. It has a lot of benefits, but it has also brought the worst thing with it: cyberbullying. Cyberbullies are behind their phones and laptops, attacking everyone they meet on the net. Jane Wanjiko, a student at St. Paul's University, has been a victim of the bullies.
So it was 3 years ago, and the type of cyberbullying I underwent was body shaming online. So I had posted some photos of mine online and my age. I wanted to see how people would react to that because I'm small at age, but my body is huge, and a lot of people reacted to it badly, and it affected me the most. Yeah, so body shaming was what I underwent. It affected me in the sense that I couldn't see myself the same anymore, and I couldn't just love how I was. I even wanted to go for gyms every single morning, go for drugs and all, so that at least my body could reduce somehow. But then it was a lot to take in. It was a lot because it hurts you emotionally, also physically somehow. It really did some hurtful things to me. Yeah. I told my mom and my friend about it. They helped a lot because my mom told me those things happen and I should learn to love myself because them as my parents love me as I am. My friend also came in handy because she was there to support me emotionally because most nights I could cry myself to sleep why, what did I even do, why am I big and all, but she helped me emotionally and she just told me things happen and there's some things you can't change about yourself. So I started learning to accept how I was and I cannot change or do anything about it, so I just started loving myself. Yeah.
The increasing number of cyberbullies is shocking, making you wonder, why would someone hurt others?
There are some people who are inherently abusive in nature. There are some people who thrive in abusing others. And these are the people who cause, they're the number one root cause of cyberbullying. They feel pleasure in bullying others. This is what we term as sadists. In psychology, they are termed as sadists. The sadists thrive in putting other people down. Some people want to make their opinions known. And in the process of making their opinions known, they try to bring other people down. And that's why people even coin some words that are demeaning to others, or some words that will bring other people's esteem down. And that is the two main root cause of cyberbullying.
But can cyberbullies be tamed?
The best way to create awareness is there is something called it is not yet popular, but it's popular in most of the European countries, not popular yet in Africa. It's called cyber protest. The cyber protest is where people protest virtually. We can have a cyber protest, and it's always done in a hashtag. We report several people with accounts or social media platforms that are abusive to people. And the power of social media protest or cyberspace protests or cyber protest has been so instrumental in bringing awareness in very key issues that are pertinent to the society at large. And it has brought also very many people into book. We can also do civic education. Civic education, many people see civic education as only inclined to political sphere and nationalism, but civic education can also be a wider thought to people through the government. The government can initiate a process of teaching people on the negative effects of cyberbullying and the consequences of being a cyberbully.
The Constitution has given everybody rights, and one of those is the freedom of expression. So as much as that is a right for bloggers, there are also rights that other people and individuals have that cannot be curtailed by that right. Under Article 33, subsection 3, sub-article 3 provides that in exercise of that right, there are things that you can't do. For example, things that do not respect others or do not consider the reputation of other people. So harassment in its generic definition includes behavior that causes apprehension or fear to people, or basically something that can cause mental or emotional suffering to someone else. So there are several laws in Kenya which have provided for, they basically define what cyber harassment is, and one of them is the Computer Misuse and Cyber Crimes Act of 2018, and the other one is the Penal Code. So the Penal Code criminalizes it, and it basically describes it as, it's different. It calls it intimidation and molestation. And anyone who is found guilty of that offense is liable to imprisonment for not less than 3 years. I feel like there's always room for improvement, because right now the laws that are in Kenya that cover that, I would say, is obviously the Constitution, because even if it doesn't explicitly provide for these rights, like your right to be protected against cyberbullying, I would say something like the right to dignity, the right to privacy. Those are things that should be able to protect people. The other law is the Computer Misuse and Cyber Crimes Act, and it's only in that section 27. It's the only one which provides for it. It defines cyber harassment, and it also gives the, what is it called, the description of what it entails to harass someone. And I feel like it also gives the sanctions, but they are not, if you look at the effects of cyberbullying, for example, people who kill themselves, suicide, or probably people who are labeled and cancelled, which also has effects on the way people conduct their business and the way they earn their living. So I don't think that the 3 years that are provided for in the penal code or the sanctions that are provided for in the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act are enough compared to the dire effects of cyberbullying.
The cyberspace is becoming a huge crime scene, and with nothing being done about it, it will remain ungovernable.
A lot of girls undergo through this on social media platforms. So what I can tell them is they should just learn to accept how they are, and they should learn to accept also that there is nothing they can do about social media. They can never control social media and all those bullies. So the only thing is just they should just accept themselves. That's the only thing they need to do, because when you do that, those things will never affect you in any kind of way. Yeah.